Yo, what's going on, guys? Officer Rams is here, and I'm back with another fantastic Clash Royale video for you guys. In this one, we're going to be reacting to how I got to top 200 in the world, finished with RG Monk Phoenix. If you guys enjoyed this style of video, let me know in the comments below. The guy at the end of this video DM'd me, rage DM'd me on Twitter, okay? And it was hilarious. If you guys want me to post the DMs that made me laugh, blow this video up, get it to at least 50 likes, and I'll drop it in my next video. But without further ado, I'll see you in the first match. All right, guys, hopping into the first one here, going against Gafalsks. So last season I was seeing a lot of Graveyard towards the end, Graveyard, E-Giant, those style decks. So I started using this Monk Phoenix Zappies deck, and I think it's really disgusting because not only does it have Phoenix, it has Monk. Some might claim, oh my god, your finish is boosted. Well, guess what? Everyone's finish was boosted. Every single person, because everyone's using Phoenix. But regardless, hopping into this match here, so I'm not sure what this deck is at this point. I see a Bar Barrels, and then I see the Ice Wizard. So at this point, I'm thinking that this is definitely Graveyard. So we're going to be a little bit aggressive here with the Monk. The Monk's going to knock back the Ice Wiz slow down shots, just so this Phoenix gets a couple more shots on the SK. Also does damage to the tower. Do I end up fireballing that? I do. Maybe that Phoenix will get a shot on the tower. It doesn't. Regardless here, we're going to take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. I don't want to make any mistakes. I was in a good mood this day, and I had a good feeling that we were going to do it for the first time ever. Top 200. If it wasn't this season, then it'll be no season. So I was really trying to gun for it this season, and I can finally say I got top 200. Even if it has an asterisk in there. Anyway, so here we're playing it slow. We cycle the Phoenix in the back to kill his Phoenix. Monk to stop his SK. Not a problem. Not a problem. Monk does a pretty good job against the SK. Should take care of it. I go in because he used the Ice Wizard on the other side, and I don't think he has a lot of good answers to this RG. So I end up getting 2 shots there. That's huge. Okay. So my Phoenix will not respawn, but neither will his. That's the important part, that his won't respawn because of the Zappies right there. The Zappies counter push. He has put something down for it. He puts the Ice Wizard down. So we'll take that, no problem. He goes with another Tombstone. Tombstone's kind of annoying for my deck because I can't really get rid of it. I can go Mother Witch on the skeletons, but I don't really want to do that because I know he's Graveyard, and I want to keep it for the Graveyard. So it could be awkward at times because you want to cycle that Mother Witch, but you can't. But just know, keeping it in your hand is probably the best move in almost all scenarios. So here we're leaking. Don't leak. But he's decided to go in there, and I'll take that because we're going to get a couple of pigs. Counter pushing. Usually what I like to do is if I have pigs counter pushing like this, I'll RG in the opposite lane because it's hard for him to stop both. Here I was deciding which lane to go in. He puts that Ice Wizard down, which I think was a bit of an overcommitment, and we went in with the RG on the left side, but he has the Tombstone ready, so that does no damage. But anyway, he's going to go in with the SK here. I'm going to go with the Monk to take care of the SK. Going to use the ability to make it live a little bit longer, and also slow down that Ice Wizard. Give my tower more time to kill his SK. We're going to go with the log here for no reason. My Phoenix Egg doesn't respawn, which is unfortunate, but here we're just trying to slowly chip him out. I know he has to go in with the Graveyard if he wants to win, but it's kind of difficult for him because I have that Mother Witch in hand. He goes with the poison on my Zappies, so he's spell cycling as well. So we're just playing as slow as we can. Want him to force a push in here so then I can get a crazy counter push. I'm trying to keep that log in hand for his SK ability. The Tombstone's annoying, but the SK ability will take my whole tower. So the Tombstone will not in most cases. So my egg doesn't respawn, but his egg dies. Like I said, that's the goal. Have his egg die. We're in the lead here. We just got to keep up the damage. We go in with an RG here, kind of to pressure him a little bit and to slow him down. My RG ends up not going for the tombstone, which is elite. I don't know how, but it didn't. So now he's got a nasty counter push. I imagine he's going to want to go for a graveyard here, so we're going to force him not to. We're going to try to damage that SK down as fast as possible. He has 2 Phoenixes down now, so this is getting a little bit scary. He goes with the Ice Wizard. I can't hit it all with the Fireball, can I? No, I can't, especially if the Fisherman pulls it. The Phoenix Egg is going to respawn, so this would be a little bit scarier if there was more time left. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, do we win this? Yes, we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to hang on for dear life. You got to make sure you keep that Mother Witch in hand for that graveyard. That is the key. I don't know how I won that, but we did. Slow and steady wins the race. I'll see you guys in the next match. All right, guys, hopping in the next one here. I remember this matchup was E-Golem. E-Golem's a really tough matchup. Oh, and as I was saying before, slow and steady does win the race, but you know what wins the actual race? Fast and steady. So keep that in mind. Anyway, we're going to go Monk in the back here. It's the best thing to help with this E-Golem pushes. He goes with E-Golem first play. Full skill on display here. We're going to go with the Fisherman to pull this E-Golem across here. Ends up going into the other lane. I will take that. You want to get it away from the dragons so that you can damage down the E-Golem as fast as possible, and then you can take care of the dragons afterwards. So we're just going to do a log on those blobs, get some elixir. So it's kind of, what you kind of want to do is go in with RG after he goes with E-Golem, because then you got the elixir lead. But right here, his Phoenix respawned, which means I'm not really able to go in with an RG. Because it kind of just gave him like 4 more elixir, and the Phoenix is really like 5 elixir. So he really just got 5 elixir for free from that egg respawning. But regardless, we dealt with that push accordingly. We get the Monk counter pushing here. He does goblins on the Monk. The best answer I got to goblins is a Mother Witch. We put the Mother Witch down or we would be leaking, and he would have got a little bit of chip from those goblins. So we got the pigs counter pushing here. Remember, I'm trying not to go in, but in this case, I think he's going to go E-Golem here, but he ends up not going E-Golem here for some reason. So the reason I end up going in the other lane is because he wasted that Phoenix. My Phoenix is going to take care of his Phoenix, and my Phoenix took care of his healer. I'm up a little bit of elixir right now, so I end up going with an RG Monk push in the other lane. The reason I went with the Monk as well as the RG, because I knew he had his Monk, and if you go in with an RG and they have a Monk, then you're going to get 0 hits. So he's going to go in with a E-Golem here. It's going to be a little bit scary. My Fisherman ends up targeting that egg, and then it does end up targeting the E-Golem, but not really. He also did predict with those goblins. But anyway, we put the Phoenix on his E-Dragon, get that out of town, and then the Monk takes care of the rest. So we're going to go in, like I said, go in after he goes E-Golem. He cycled that E-Dragon in the back, which I don't think was a good idea because that allowed me to go in on the opposite lane. We're going to keep pressuring here because, look, we have like a dual lane push here. And so that Monk does a whole lot of damage, and he can't really take care of both sides. So we go in with the RG on the left side again. I know he has to go goblins here. I'm getting the log ready for the goblins, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is GG's. How to beat E-Golem with this deck. You got to pressure properly, and you got to make sure they play terribly. Anyway, guys, we're going to hop into the last one here. This is the man that rage DM'd me and made me laugh myself to sleep. Again, if you guys want to see the DMs, make sure you get this video to 50 likes. But we're going to be hopping into the next one here. All right, guys. As you can see here, this is the face of someone that is nervous but ready. I'm confident going into this match that we can walk away with the victory here. I'm suited up. I got my lucky hat, my lucky shirt on. I think we will be able to do this. So I'm not really sure what this guy uses. But regardless, we will be going with Zappies in the back. I think it's a fairly passive play. Oop, hit my damn mic into my face. Okay, we're going to go with the Zappies in the back and then the Phoenix. in the back to help out with that Valk. Should take care of the Valk. He's giving me the good game, which is great news because that means he probably has a bad matchup. So at this point, I'm probably thinking it's either Hog Rider, maybe Graveyard, Hog Rider, or Graveyard. What's going on in my mind right now? We put the Monk down because the Monk takes care of the Queen pretty well, but not if he freezes. So my Monk ability didn't end up going off, but it didn't really do what I wanted it to do. So we're playing this very patiently right now. We're going to go with the log on the Queen, taking care of business. I don't know why I went with an RG there, but that's what I get for going with a random RG at the bridge. Like I said, a little nervous. Don't do that play. Play slow. Anyway, but now I know he has Inferno Tower in his deck. I know I have to be going with RGs in the back or be getting the bulk of my damage with the Monk or cards that aren't the RG because he's going to be trying to save that Inferno Tower for the RG. He also has Zappies in his deck and Queen, so he's got a couple of good answers to the RG. So knowing that, I want to play very defensively and have him not get a lot of damage, so then we can win with the tiebreaker, preferably. So he goes in with Queen here. Always when they go with Queen, just put the Monk down. The Monk should take care of business. Use the Monk ability. It'll take care of the Queen. Should take care of the Queen. There we go. And I go with an RG in the back. Like I said, we're going to fireball those Zappies. And did I miss one? Yes, I did. How embarrassing. Here is a good tip. Hit your fireballs. Good tip there. I had a feeling he was going to freeze here. And the Mother Witch still takes care of business. He puts down the Inferno Tower for the RG. But now we got a hefty push going in the other lane. Okay, we're going to put the Fisherman down to pull his Valk out of the way, and then we're going to fireball his Zappies. Get those out of there, and we get a solid amount of no damage besides the fireball. So that's great, but the Mother Witch absolutely going to town right now. I'm real happy about that. In this situation, now I really just want to play defense like the whole time. So I put down my Monk to take care of his Queen. Takes care of his Queen, kills it. This Phoenix, Zappies, and Monk should take care of that. Valkyrie, I know I really want to play it slow. Fisherman down to pull in those Zappers. And now he seems to be just arrow cycling, which I think is a really foolish move. So I go in with an RG here just to pressure him. Probably looking back at it, that was a pretty bad RG. But I thought he was fairly low on Elixir. But I was wrong. So we go with the Monk down here. He can force a Graveyard, but it's not really going to be a good Graveyard. We're going to go with the Monk ability here. Do some damage to that Queen. Force him to not be able to go for his ability. Now he goes for the ability. Cycles arrows again. It seems like he's getting a little bit desperate here. Freezes. One of the worst freezes I've ever seen in my life. He refuses to go in with Graveyard until there's like 20 seconds left. So I can't get a counter push off of it. We use the ability here. Just do some damage to the tower. Because that pretty much does as much as his arrows do. Just keeping up the damage. Play it slow. We're going to go with the log here. Predicting his goblins. Definitely not on purpose, but definitely worked out for us. Here it got a little bit hairy. Because I didn't have the log in hand because I used it on the goblins. So that was kind of foolish looking back at it. But we're just going to pressure him here. Pressure, pressure, pressure. So I totally missed the Inferno Tower, so that's really elite plays by me. We're going to use the Monk ability here, get a little bit of chip on the tower. We're going to put every card we have in our deck down to defend this Graveyard. Hope he gets no damage. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how I got top 200 in the world. Hold on, let's check out my reaction. Hold on. I was a happy man. I was a happy man. Top 200 in the world. Couldn't have been a much better matchup. I think if I had bigger balls, I could go for top 100. That is a fact. I think if I had bigger balls, I could have went for top 100. But regardless, Ladies and gentlemen, that is top 200. If you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know in the comments below. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed. My name is Officer Ramsey. I stream every single night on Twitch if you want to check it out. And if you stayed to the end of the video, make sure you comment below grilled cheese. And regardless, my name is Officer Ramsey. I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Peace.